But for all these things, there are OSI layers are very much important. The OSI layers is basically, there are 7 layers. For simple understanding purpose, which I am taking example as an email. So application layer. So whatever we are seeing in computer to access, whether to connect internet, whether doing a kind of an whatever, writing a document or any application which we are able to see directly, which that application layer will take care of. In the email example, so you may be using in a web browser to access your email, or a kind of software like Thunderbird in Linux, and Office Suite you may be using for this purpose to send an email. The present relation layer is more responsible for converting data into a standard format which is required for internet. So it could be a JPEG file, encoding, encryption. So in this presentation layer, more that how you are representing your email in the format of JPEG, encoding, encryption, and this layer will may take care of in general. The session layer, once you click session, so automatically the session would be established between you and your nearest device to forward that particular mail. And the transport layer is responsible for end-to-end connectivity. So because you have seen in the previous example, so the packets could travel any from here to your mail server in different formats. First packet can travel like this and go, and second packet can travel like this, third packet can travel like this. So there are different routers are there across the internet. They can travel in any direction, any path they can take it. But however, transport layer is responsible for end-to-end connectivity between two systems. The network layer is the best path. So there are so many paths are there. So what is the best path at that time? That would be taken care by network layer. And the data link layer is responsible for media access control, logical link control with error detection. So you may be having different media. You may be like an end user using one different media and the other end user using other different media. Like one is using mobile, where connecting to Wi-Fi, another end user who is receiver may be using a wired connectivity. So to make see, it is very difficult to understand and related to that particular end user, whoever receiver, they understanding their technology and sending an email is very difficult thing. So that what exactly this data link layer will take care of on behalf of you, so that you are comfortably whenever you are sending email, it can be delivered so as it is to other side. And physical layer is all wires which are connected across all network. Maybe even though you can see that the entire globe, you can see in such a way that there are physical wires where ones and zeros travel, and it is more responsible for electrical, mechanical, and procedural checks and transformation of bits into electrical signals, where basically whatever we are using at present technology, Ethernet, that Ethernet is only can support maximum 100 meters theoretically, but however you can up to 60 to 75 meter you can send it with full signal. So to forward further, you need intermediate devices which are connected across these in between. Let's take example of your building itself. That building may be having Ethernet. So this wire would be connected maximum 90 to 100 meters. Wherever further it is connecting, you may be seeing devices like switches, hubs, repeaters. Such devices are required to further extend your network if it is more than 75 meters. So the application, without these are the layers, they are depend on each other layer, where it would be so let's take example of transport layer. Transport layer always depend on application. Based on the application presentation and session established, then it only check that end-to-end connectivity. And of course, that is required network layer support, where sending the packets one point to another point. So you take an example of any layer, it is depending on below layer and the above layer, where they are supporting each other layers one another so that the communication could be traveled. So now what is the difference between OSA and versus TCP/IP? So as a part of OSA layer, we understood there are 7 layers. That application and presentation layer is embedded into as application layer when it is coming to the TCP/IP. OSA layers are basically ISO standard defined layers. However, TCP/IP adapting this OSI, and even the Microsoft NetB is also adapting this same OSA layer and designing their protocol. And even though IPX and SPX architecture also is based on the OSA layer. Why? Because see, when they wanted to part up particularly with the different environments, different operating systems, they need to take a kind of a standard, and based on that, they have to design in such a way that they can talk to even the other kind of architectures, other kind of protocol suites. So, but however, NetB is designed only for majorly working for the Microsoft operating systems, where they may not have they can't talk to other operating system environments. That is where the NetB is not successful. But still, for some of the organizations where they are using only NetB, so that they were using NetB based on the communication. So that would be a one kind of a security security architecture where they limit only for the Microsoft machines. So further, transport layer, which we discussed it, as it is, TCP/IP is also considered as a transport layer, and network layer, and data link and physical layer would become as an data link or physical layer, or we can also say that access layer. Even though some people will say that data link and physical are also separate layers. So that's what, if somebody says TCP/IP layers are 5 layers, you can accept it. Even the 4 layers also you can accept it based on that.